Go. And we're live. Hello. I see only one viewer now, but that's fine. I think people are gonna come. And so today I'm really happy because this is gonna be my first stream with a guest. And what a better guest that you're gonna meet him in a minute. So a couple of things. After the stream at the end, we're gonna do also my first giveaway. Yay! I'm gonna put it here. So let me, you know what? Let me also do something. I'm gonna stop here, sharing. So I can go to Chrome. I'm gonna show the giveaway so you can see it. Oh no, you cannot see it because it's you're not gonna see my screen, but I can paste the code, the URL. So let me just open here. Whoops. Okay, here, and then create. There you go. So now I can have what's the public URL? Where is it? Public page. There you go. So I'm gonna paste it in the chat. Here. Boom. Here it is. So, and yeah, with that, let me introduce our guest. So it's gonna be here.
Can you hear me? The waves are moving very good. Sure, yeah. So, Jesse Martin, and I do developer relations at GraphCMS. GraphCMS is a headless CMS company that specializes in just GraphQL. And yeah, I go around, I help teach the topics of GraphQL, the topics of headless CMSs, and yeah, working with developers just like you all to try to spread the gospel of the future of content management on the web.
This, and we have here a folder empty that we're just here to just tell me like Jesse what we're gonna do. Actually, let me just pop the website to GraphCMS. I was looking at that before, so GraphCMS is here. So yeah, why don't you explain a little bit what GraphCMS is?
Yeah, so I'm not sure what your audience's experience with headless CMS is. Certainly, most of them have probably used CMSs of some kind. WordPress is a CMS. These are just the ways that we've managed content on the web for a long time. And where a headless CMS sets itself apart is that you have essentially a content bucket on the web, and you can put whatever you want in there and access that via an API on any system that you can make a request with. So it doesn't matter if you have a Alexa device that's just doing a pure audio output. It doesn't matter if you're doing a mobile app or anything else. You can pull from the exact same content repo that powers everything and access that in the frameworks that you like using best. So that's a pretty powerful paradigm. One of the things that sets GraphCMS apart, which is why we're going to be kind of messing with this demo tonight for fun, is that we support GraphQL mutations out of the box. And so it's you can do basically anything imaginable with GraphCMS. So we're going to kind of create sort of a custom write room, I don't know, bespoke blogging editor, if you will, that will then essentially use GraphCMS for the persistence layer and then allow you to use the built-in filters. You can also go in there and edit content with the editor itself. But yeah, we'll test it out, kind of do some playing around with this tonight.
Okay, so so the main product that you like sell or you give in GraphCMS is actually just a easiest way to build your GraphQL API. Is that what it is? Okay, good.
It does not get much easier to build a schema and have the editor sitting on top of that.
Oh, a lot of customers, a lot of use cases. So yeah, let's just do it. So let me just close this, and people remember giveaways running. Okay, it's pretty easy to join, and we're gonna give 6 months. Actually, not me. GraphCMS is gonna give 6 months of the essential plan for free. So just go and take your ticket. The first ticket is free, and then you can get more with your points. So let's do it. Should I? We mentioned that we're gonna use Next, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just do npx create next app. Then GraphCMS reach text editor. Okay, so nice running. If anyone has any question, please let us know in the chat. I'm looking at it here. So we're just gonna build and try to explain while we are building. And it's funny because I remember you tweeted 20 minutes ago, like we're going live, and you said like we are two tired dads, and actually that's true. And also, I'm getting a message from my wife that say like you're speaking too loud, so you need to. I need to lower my voice a little bit. So let me know if you cannot hear me, and yeah. So I will adjust. I will do like magic here. So I'm not bothering anyone here at home. So yeah, for the
we could do it like the late night radio mode. Like,
yeah,
you could just be like,
so
like
whispering, like whispering. Yeah,
we're gonna open up some Next.js right now and just sit back and watch.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do that in 20 minutes or so. So yeah, here is done. So now we have a GraphCMS, the code, so we can do no, it's teach, and no, we have it here. So yeah, I have it already here. So this is the project. What should we do first? Should we go and to GraphCMS and set up the whole API first, or?
Yeah, we should go there and take a look at it, because that's going to help us even then maybe read from the API so we can see how it works. So we'll set up an account.
Yeah.
Look at the schema. And,
I didn't set any account because I want to show also like the whole thing. So yeah. So sign up with GitHub, and why it's not letting me.
This is this is a new I think this is actually an Auth0 thing. You have to checkbox down below when you sign up. It's a checkbox below that you approve to
the terms of service. Okay, that's reasonable. So
we both live in the EU. It's
yes.
It's can thank the European Union for all that.
Yeah, it's 10 p.m. here, if you don't know. So, well, it's not 10 p.m. It's 10:15. So, okay. So here we're in. Helps digital. Yeah, good.
Power mode. French press here.
Nice. No, I got just water this time. I was gonna get a beer, but I said no. I'm gonna code. So let's try to go safe here.
I might get year later.
Yeah, we could do that. So
So
managing
you're gonna walk
content,
through the onboarding here.
the
This
onboarding,
just kind of explains
connect
to
your
you the new experience. We
application.
just launched. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We
Go
just
ahead.
kicked off this new rebrand like 2 days ago. So yeah.
Which looks amazing, by the way. Like that. Actually, that
Thanks.
that logo using like the white of a letter is actually how I build my logo, because it's
Oh
like
yeah.
it's like the spaces between the letters. It's not the actual thing, because
The
it's a whole,
negative
it's a
space.
negative space, and because everything that I build is like things that you don't see. So it was a little concept that like 12 years ago I come up with, and it's now it's a little silly, but here looks amazing. So here I need to create a project. I can create a project in different places.
So the designer we had do our project, by the way, or did the logo for us, is Damien Kidd. If anybody is looking for a pretty kick-ass logo designer,
Damien Kit, like this.
Damien Kidd with 2 Ds.
Okay. So here it is, selfless plug. Oh, that's cool.
The Dribble page is the one I'm on, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So good. Actually, let me just take this and put it in the chat. Maybe someone wanted to check that out later. Okay, so let's do reach text editor example, or that's it, demo, and description, stream project demo. So yeah, we're gonna use Europe because we are here. Actually, it selects, I guess, the closest to your time
You
zone.
can change. You can change it.
Mm-hmm.
We have an ability. We're going to go ahead and grab that one as a trial here, the growth plan, because we're going to want to maybe have webhooks and things.
Okay.
Not sure yet, but just grab the trial there.
Tutorial, that's good. Okay, so should we now? What should I do?
So in the sidebar near the top, you've got a stack of sheets there.
Mm-hmm.
This is the schema editor.
Mm-hmm.
So we should probably discuss what kind of a writing experience or write room we want to create.
Okay.
What's the rough concept? Is this going to be like a kind of like a personal blog page? Is this like a personal day one kind of thing, or
yeah?
What's the idea?
Let's do. You know what? Let's do something that I've been using for a couple of months ago, and it's like a concept called digital garden. So
Okay.
essentially, you
Explain it. Explain it.
Yeah. So whenever you write, a blog post or a document or a book is something that you write in a sequential order, right? But our brain doesn't work in sequence. Our brain work with different connections. So the way to make those connections is actually to have a minimum, like content of a minimum like piece of content that has its own context. So that's why notes and note taking helps and resembles better how our brain works. So because we make notes here and there and we put tags on the notes, and then when we say, okay, I've been writing a lot of notes about GraphQL. So let's write a blog post about it. So let me see all the notes that I have related to GraphQL. And with all that notes, I can build the sequence of the blog post. But all these ideas come like to my mind and make and connects in different multiple ways. But translating that way of thinking into a sequence is not easy. So that's why we use blog posts, we use documents, we use books, we use something like that. So it could be good to have something that people can create notes and put tags, and then whenever they want to review them, they can just search or filter, and they can see all of them. What do you think?
That sounds good. I would say so. Basically, it's just it's a note-taking utility.
It's a note-taking
and
utility.
the ability to search and filter it. And
actually, yeah, you can add tags. You can like a basic note will have title, tags, and then the note, and then the note will have this rich text editor that we can put whatever there, like links. Or maybe images. I don't think we will be able to put in this like stream, but yeah, could be good.
Let's try it.
Yeah,
I'd say let's start with the minimal version. So we have essentially the ability to just post a title and a rich text body as our note, and then we will see where we're at time wise and expand it with tags and try that kind of stuff.
Let's do that. So first
we can also use the editor later to add support for tags and even do that in the editor. So tagging it in GraphCMS later and just use the web app as the capture, showing off both sides too. So it could be a possibility as well.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah, so let's build a model. In this case, I guess we're just going to call it Note. So you're going to click there at the top or also in the middle.
Yeah, so display name is going to be Note. Okay, so our notes. Okay.
Go ahead and create it.
There you go.
And then we're going to have the option of adding some fields here to it. So probably use a single line text, I would imagine, for the title, which is there on the right hand side. Just click on it.
Title.
It'll pop over.
Yeah. And then the notes title.
And what I would do in this case is you can see where it says use this title field. I would turn that on.
What does that mean?
What that does is if I connect this to another model later inside of GraphCMS, I'm able to see the title as a reference instead of like a GUID or something. So it's just helpful for reference.
Okay, good. Make field required. Yeah, we need to make that required, right? Because we want all our nodes to have a title. And then unique, I don't think is that good. So yeah, this is essentially like a layer of validation, maybe, or
yeah, validation and changing the type. So is it a list type? Is it something that could be made nullable if it's not required? Those kind of features.
Okay.
But this minimal payload here is what we need. So we'll create that first field.
Okay.
And then let's grab a rich text body. So you're convinced you want to do a rich text editor?
Yeah. Okay, let's do minimal. Let's go text. And then like multi-line text. And let's see where we're at because we're 25 minutes in.
Yeah.
So let's build something like so, and then maybe we can do another like session and build on top of that.
Yeah. So let's go multi-line. Yeah.
Multi-line. So it's gonna be content, and then description, notes, content. And should I turn something on here? Make required. What else do you think?
I would say required is fine. That's probably enough actually for what we need in this case.
Okay.
We'll just, again, you can evolve this schema really easily. You can come back, edit these fields, and it's really quite flexible. But for proof of concept and showing kind of how this all works, probably best to start simple.
Okay. So great. So for I see some people like joining. We are playing with GraphCMS here with Jesse. And if you have any questions, drop it in the chat. And also remember that we have a giveaway at the end of this stream. So don't miss it. Okay, so yeah, we have our node model already. So what should we do next? Should we create notes or?
In this case, I think we're actually
Oh, you have
done.
like, yeah, these are like normal like fields.
System fields, yeah,
Mhm.
content
That's
things.
good. That's good.
Let's go ahead and I just for people who maybe don't understand GraphQL, let's make a quick manual entry so we have something to show them.
Mhm.
If you go to that little button there at the top right corner that says go to content editing,
Mhm.
we'll just go ahead and make a couple of quick notes as a demo.
Okay, so today was sunny in Barcelona. And here let's see, like because it was sunny, we wanted to go out, but we couldn't because you know what?
Quarantine.
COVID. Yeah, because COVID. There you go. Good. So we just save. Okay, so you can save and also publish.
So there's two content stages. Everything is draft by default.
Mm-hmm.
When you publish, it makes a copy of that inside of like a published bucket as well. So you basically have two different containers of your content, and that's why we do the that's the mechanism we have. So you could say only show me draft content or show me published content.
Okay. So essentially so you have you can still like edit information while everything is in product. So you have actually like a staging area and then a production area, kind of.
Yeah. So did you publish this? I didn't notice.
No,
Actually, you didn't publish it yet, right?
No.
So go ahead and publish this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then after you publish it, what you're going to see is if you go back to change some content, say on the title, maybe just put like an exclamation point on the title. Sorry, on the editor.
Mm-hmm.
And just put like and then just save that.
Save. Okay.
Yeah. And then over in the sidebar, you have this available in stages feature.
Okay.
Other sidebar, other side, yeah. You'll see there's like a comparison button there. And if you click on that, it'll show you the difference between the two content stages. So you could revert or create some difference.
And is there a way that I can access this staged or the draft area? Like I'm imagining maybe I'm changing, or in this case, now we set up like the content to be multi-line text, but maybe tomorrow I want to change that content to Markdown. But I want to review it first before publish.
You don't want to break your live system while you modify. So that would be through a function called versioning. It's something we're releasing. I think it's even due this week. It was in the old system, and we had to put a small delay on it before getting it into the system. But that allows you to version your schema without breaking your production project. Yeah.
That's really good. Okay. So, and everything in here in the editor, that's great. So
yeah, let's show them then what this looks like from a GraphQL side, and then we'll even create one with a mutation. We have a built-in graphical explorer at the very bottom of that top row of icons. There's a play button
here.
Sorry. There. And we're going to go ahead and just query our notes. So if you just open up with a pair of brackets and then type in notes.
Yeah. Notes, good. So, and then we do, this is what I wanted to see. Yeah, so we can get the different stage. Is that all right? Yeah. And this is
that's the difference between draft and publish, but you couldn't version between Markdown and rich text here.
Mm.
You can do that with the versions.
Okay.
You'd be able to say, show me this version,
Okay.
but you can't do that with the
with this stage.
You can't change the type. You can't change the field type
okay.
on
that
content stages.
That makes total sense.
Computer says no.
Computer says no. So yeah, let's get the title, and let's get also the content. And if we play here, there you go. We have our note. And yeah, so I was saying that this is one of the things that I really like about GraphQL, that we haven't seen any documentation about this API. We just created the model and we have it here. And just by exploring the API, I can get like a hint or a very broad idea of what I can get from this API, and that's amazing. That's something that I'm in love with, like about GraphQL.
So. Yeah. And it's great for content projects. It's something that comes through that ability. I mean, as you know, but the introspection query. So if you have an API that is GraphQL spec compliant, it has to be able to support an introspection query, which basically is just a fancy term that says, hey, I'm going to look at your API and see everything that you have by running this one command. And that's just a really powerful way to make really rich tools for GraphQL. So
okay.
We're going to go ahead and create a note via API here. And this is going to be what we're going to use actually in the Next.js project. So let's go ahead and open up a mutation.
Okay. So here, should I just do mutation?
You'll just start typing mutation.
Yeah.
And then we'll open up the brackets again. Yeah. Actually, we'll make this a named mutation. So mutation space, and we'll say something like create post after the word mutation. Yeah. And we'll give it payload. So we'll give it the parentheses after create post.
Create node.
After the mutation name.
Oh yeah.
Because we'll pass it in as variables.
Yeah, so title,
that's how
and then also content, right? And we should put this should be a string, right? What's the type? Is string? Yeah, string. And content should be string too, or is a different type?
Yeah, they're both string. Yeah, they're both
string. For the ones that doesn't know, string is a scalar type. It's a type that comes in with GraphQL, so we can use those and type our whole backend. So create node. So I guess I need to pass something here, data, and data is, of course, you guessed it, title. And equals to, oh damn it, if I can type. What? Okay, so I just found the way to change the languages with the keyboard, and I didn't know. I didn't get it. That's bad. Content. So it's gonna be content. So, and then what should we return? Let's return maybe the ID. And
sure. Yeah.
Can we return something else? Yeah, everything, right?
We can return the full payload, yeah.
Title and content. Okay, so wherever title type string, use in position expecting type string. Okay, so I did something
So now we have
wrong.
to give it some query variable. No, it's fine. We need to give it some variables now. Okay. So we're going to go down to the query variables.
Create title.
Then we're going to go ahead and give it the payload.
So now it's your turn to give me a title.
Quiet at the farm.
Quiet at the farm. Good. And content is
life in the country has its advantages.
Good. Let's put it like 3 dots at the end to make it more suspense.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just taking a look here to see where the complaint is still. Create. I'm trying to. It's a little small here. Create notes. Required fields. So you need to give the exclamation after the string there. So after you've declared the string, you need to just put an exclamation mark.
It's a required.
Because they're required.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, GraphWheel.
But that squiggly line is super helpful, right?
Yes, it is.
So if we run that mutation, we'll get we'll actually create content in our CMS.
Mm-hmm. So now, as you may imagine, if we go back and query, now we have 2 nodes. Yay! Amazing.
Actually, if you haven't worked with the APIs from something traditional like a WordPress back in the day or something, this is really nice.
This is really nice. Yes.
So let's try and throw it into next and see what we can actually get out of this.
Okay.
And let's try it.
Move here. So let me see here. Okay, it's a bunch of things that let me just run it. So it's gonna be yarn start maybe. Yes. And
I think yarn dev.
Yarn dev. Let's do it. Yes. So now I'm going to move here and localhost 3000. We have our app here, so let me just put it here on the right, code on the left, and no. So now we can just go.
Yeah.
Here, let me just pull this.
So I'm thinking it was a good idea not to do a rich text editor at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I told you. Let's be safe. Okay, so let's just remove everything. I don't need anything.
Let's just get a simple form. Yeah, it's two simple form fields, an input and it's getting late. The input that's big.
Shoot. The text area.
What's the big input for the resizable one?
The text area.
Text area, yeah. That's correct.
So let's do form and then label and inside label. Let's do, you know what? Let me just put a div here so we can break those, and then input type text and then name equals title. No, I want self close. Okay, that's it. And here it will be title. And let's copy because I'm lazy. And let's do content. And this is not an input, it's a text area. Yeah. I think I don't need any content. And of course, this will be name content. And HTML4, let's be accessible. Content. Also, I need an ID. Content. And here too. HTML4. Title. ID. Title. Good. So now save, and we have our amazing form, and also we need an input. A submit.
Let's try and get some investment on that now. for our startup here.
Yeah. Yes. Input type submit. Yeah, with this we can just convince any VC.
Yes.
Value equals submit. There you go. So now, what else?
Let's try and catch the on submit behavior on the form, and we at least can do the prevent default and tell it where we want to send. Actually, I mean, with Next.js, we could even just give it an API route of what to do, but yeah.
Let's do it simple. So here, function handle submit, and that's gonna get an event. Event prevent default. There you go, and here is handle submit. So now let's do a console log also. Submit. So now we can open it here. Boom. But let's bump this up a little bit. So hello title, hello content, and boom, submit. Great. So now it's connected. So what else?
So I would suggest now we go ahead and make an API route. The reason why we're going to do an API route is because we're doing mutations, and you don't want to ship an exposed mutation down the wire to just anybody.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. So for the ones that doesn't know, the way to make an API like route in Next.js, I think is inside pages, right? I need to create an API folder.
pages folder API. Yeah.
And then the name of the function, or could be index, or let's just do create node. Can I do that?
Yep.
Create node.js. Okay. So now we are here, and then I need to do command.js. Should I do command.js, right? Model export.
Let me just Google it real quick. They have a bit of boilerplate there that's helpful. You just do next pages API.
Next.js API. The boilerplate. Yeah, let's do it. API routes. Here it is. So here. No, I can do ES models.
Yes, we can do fancy JS.
Yes, we can do fancy JS. That's great. So now I have that, and it's not expecting anything. So if I call that API from here, fetch, and that will be and that's gonna be a get, I guess. API create node, and then actually I can do async.
You should be able to make that async, yeah.
Yeah, fancier JavaScript. Cons result equals await fetch that, and then console log result.
Then you'll want to await the result.json.
It's not there already. Oh, damn it. Okay.
I think because you're getting the promise, I think.
Yeah, so let's do
query. If I remember the fetch API correctly.
Yeah, query. No. Query. So I need to then const result.
You can destructure
the query here.
So I think they don't send it on a data payload, which they will with GraphCMS. But I think if you did const destructured, not there, just do the response from that one first.
Great.
So
okay.
Because you need the response object, and then do destructured name, I think, in this case. because I don't think they don't wrap it inside of a data payload, but
No,
await
it's just name.
await q.json.
Wait, q dot JSON, yes, not JSON, JSON, and
JSON.
then I can.
You might be waiting a long time for JSON. But I think you need name, not data.
Yeah.
I think we can kind of just check it and see
Yeah,
what we get.
and then console log result, and we do a name. Let's see what happens. So submit. Await, of course. I need to do q.json, and now if I click, there you go. We have it here. You're right. It's name. So now we're set up to make our query here.
So what we're going to do is we're going to actually post, not query. We're going to post that content.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and actually try posting. We'll console log inside of the create node feature. So we'll console log out the payload we get. I think a rec.body or something.
Yeah, body.
And then we'll do a posting of those form fields to that API route.
Okay.
I kind of think we could even just go more simplistic because we're so short on time, and just actually put the method on the form as the API route.
Okay.
Because it's a form action, right? It's traditional HTML.
Yes. So
if we can try. If we do method post on the form.
Yeah. And I think I need to send that to.
I think it's lowercase in the.
What I think we can do it with fetch. We can just pass an object here.
It might parameterize.
Yeah, we can pass an object here on the fetch with the method and everything.
What I'm saying is if you actually even just put the action on the form, it may actually just post that body to our API route without even having to do the form handler.
Oh, okay. So
the method is post, and then the action would be the URL. We can check it.
Yeah.
But I think this is traditional HTML stuff here.
Note, great. Okay.
It's not going to be the fancy catching stuff, but we'll have to remove the on-submit handler.
Yeah,
in this
so
case.
now we don't need that, right?
I'd leave that for now in case you need to come back to it.
Got it. Boom. And then we just remove the on-submit, and that's it. And then.
So let's just see what we get here.
Hello. Hola.
And are we console logging the request?
Over here. Server? We are console logging the request.
Yeah, we get it.
Yep.
We get it straight in. So fancy that.
That's super great. That's even better. Less code. I love it. Okay, so actually, yeah, body. I think I needed to stringify that, but that's fine.
Well, I think it does. Yeah.
To console log it, but now we don't need it. We can just pass that.
Now here we'll do our fetch, where we'll actually then post to GraphCMS from inside of this.
Okay. So I need to go to GraphCMS to get the URL, or
yeah.
So where is it?
Over underneath settings, down in the bottom set of icons on the far left menu.
Settings, good.
Mm-hmm.
API
and
access.
Then yeah.
Okay, so click URL to copy. No, it's copy.
Copy the URL. We're also going to do a token just to add some protection. So if you scroll down here, that's the public permissions. We're going to scroll down below. And we're going to go ahead and turn on mutations for a permanent auth token. So give the token a name.
You're talking the name. So this is demo token, and then here
we have to turn on the ability to query from draft and from published.
Okay, default content is published, yeah. And mutations
because with
too.
GraphQL you can nest your read, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you could access draft anyways. So it's kind of like an explicit check to say, hey,
Okay.
everything's available at the moment from a mutation.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and say create.
So here's my token. Great.
So there we have a token. Right?
So let me just go here and let's do URL. And then the token copy. Token.
And since this is an API route, we can have we can be relatively certain that it's protected in this case.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We would, I mean, if you want to do best practice, you would do an env file and read it in from a .env. And
yes, we should do that, but let's keep let's keep it simple here. So let me just, you know what? Let me just fake it. I have cons vars equals and then token equals that. Of course, this should be a string, and then I can query it from there. Okay, so now I need to do a fetch, and fetch, I think it's like this. So method, it will be post, and then URL should be our URL.
What we'll see is I don't know if this actually, because this is the Node environment. I believe they have the fetch, the version of Node that has native fetch there, but you could also grab
Axios.
Just install Axios.
Yeah, let's do Axios.
Axios for the rescue.
Add Axios, and then here import Axios from Axios. Oh, damn it! Really? Axios. Good. So now this will be simpler. So it will be Axios dot post, and this will be. Can I do this async?
Yes.
Yes. Great. So async. And then const query equals await equals Axios post, and then I need to pass the URL. This is going to be this guy right here. And let's remove that fetch. And then what else? Data. So data will be request.body. And that's it. And then
yes, not quite. we need to make sure that the shape of our GraphQL mutation now, right? So we need to, for the body that we're passing in, we need to make pass in a query and a variables.
Okay, so it will be an object then.
It's an object with a query and a variables field.
Okay, query. And we can use a template literal here. How?
Yeah.
Template literal. So let's go and take that from our playground. Okay. Yep. So it will be this, and then we go and put it. You know what? Boom, bam. Okay. So then variables. Yeah, I forgot for a moment that this is GraphQL, baby. So we need a query. And
now this one, depending on what our body's coming in as, I think we even have the correct.
Yeah.
Do we? I think we could even just pass in the body in this case, the rec.body.
In this case, we can. But yeah, like if that's not the case, you should do an object and then pass the actual parameters that you need, the values here, like the the variables that you need. Okay, so await, and then do I need to also call query.json?
So we could. You don't need to because it's uploaded. If you wanted to inspect the response, if you wanted to wrap the whole thing in a try catch or something, and
That's it.
See what's going on.
Try. Catch error. Clutch. This gonna clutch at the end. And then
try clap.
try clap. Console log error. And then error. Good.
Right.
Okay, so
is
everything good?
Let's do that for now, and then just the
end.
Yeah. Typically, you would do like setting the status code and the errors and all that kind of stuff. But let's just do the simplistic for now, just to see if this actually works.
So
if
return
breaks,
query.
You'll have to debug, or just end.
And then that's it.
You don't really have to return anything because we're not displaying it. We're not handling anything to display at the front end right now.
You are right. Do I need to do this? Like, what's the best practice here? Do I need to do this inside the try block, or can I leave it?
I believe
here?
So.
Yeah.
I believe that is best practice, is to do it inside the try block, and then you could then send the. So you could still do the end afterwards.
Okay.
Because be more dry, and then do the status code. So you can set the header and the and all of that on the backside, but
okay, we can also put that here in the error face. Yeah. Bum. So this will be, let's do a 500. Why
but
not?
I think the header can also live outside of the try catch block because it's not.
You're right. Okay. So now I need to do again yarn dev. And localhost. No, we had another screen. Here it is. Is this running? Let me open VS Code. So yeah, it's running. So now I can do a node from the Next.js project. This GraphCMS thing is so cool. And then we submit.
See if it works.
Okay.
So in theory,
okay, so let's go to here. And let's run it. No! What I did wrong? I did something wrong. There's no console log either.
So one issue is that with GraphQL, this could be with GraphQL that you get the error on the data object. So let's destructure this here real quick. So on the query, we're going to destructure data right off of that, because with Axios we get it right away. And then we'll just console log the data response here and see what we get inside of the try.
Data, and then data.
Then we could just check for errors, but we'll just inspect the actual data response for now. See what we get.
Okay. Let me turn this on again. Oh, it's going. Yeah, it's because trying to go to API route.
Somehow we're not ending it, right?
Maybe, yeah, I need to also prevent default. Well,
with traditional HTML form, you shouldn't need to on the action.
Yeah, okay, so let's do it again. Demo2, why? No, you should work. And then put it here. Let's see here what happened. Data create node null. So I'm not getting any errors.
So I think our body is potentially not what we think our body is. So we have title, we have content.
Mm-hmm.
Can we confirm? So why is that coming in as an array? Can we confirm that that's coming in as that our body is what we expect it to be?
We can do that. So you know what? Let me.
Now I'm going to debug why our post method is giving us a route change.
So let's actually console.request body. So this is the log from. And actually, if I take out the string and I call it again, okay, so I need to move you guys somewhere else. Let me just put it down. Okay, so let's go back and then let's run it again. So I got a 500 error. So let me do something, preserve log, and then submit internal server error. And I'm not getting any.
So
okay.
If you look at the actual server from
that is not defined. Oh, it's because of this, of course.
You turned it off.
Yeah. Yeah. Silly mistake. Again. Doesn't seem to be getting any errors. Should I pass this in a different way?
So what's it getting?
You know what? Let me try.
Can you just read that off? Yeah.
Title. Let me see if this works.
Yeah, read off the value. Make sure we're not getting something dumb here.
Yeah.
So it looks like a post does just have so it should be correct there. A post does just have a redirect from the server typically. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to probably handle it to be proper, but have to handle that in our API form handler on the front end.
Okay.
Or send to a path. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's see here. We have the handle submit event.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well let's go ahead and get this back unstated just so we have the. Well, you have the handle submit above there. We can just uncomment the one above it.
That's it. Okay, I need to add it here.
Put the
Should I take out the action then, like this?
Yes. Okay. And the method.
Submit.
Since we have Axios installed, let's just go ahead and pull that into the front.
Dammit from Axios. Okay, so async function and the submit. So instead of that, you know what? Thank God Axios. I can just do this.
Yeah.
Copy. And then what I have here, yeah. To have the whole thing.
In this case, we just need to do the body that we're getting.
Yeah. So where is that?
Do the variables, the query.
So event. I don't remember where are coming. So let me just comment that. So many, like I'm using a lot of like tooling around forms that I haven't built a form by myself for a long time.
It's crazy how fast you can lose it if you don't.
Yeah. Event. So let me just do that. Handle submit. Yes. Okay. Good. So I need to also put this in, so this will work. So let's just put that.
Now,
okay.
Does the data live on the event, or do we need to put it in state? Where's the actual?
I think we can take it from here, but yeah, let's do all the thing with the event, with the state. Const title, set title equals react dot. I don't have React here, so I need to import use.
If that's confusing to people, that's because Next.js makes it available as a global.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you don't have to put React, like import React from React on a Next.js project. But if you want to use state, you have to import it. Content, set content. Okay, so now I need to go to the input. Value equals, let's do a controlled component, title, and then on change e equals set title.
You know what? There's a Stack Overflow test thing.
What?
So there's we could try something. If you're in a place where it's not going to break the build, if you save, but so in theory, if you do return false on submit, along with the method in the post, it doesn't cause a redirect. Supposedly, I don't know if I believe it, but that's what it says.
Yeah, that could work. That seems.
It's a comment that says one-liner solution as of 2020. We'll see a Stack Overflow. Knows what they're talking about.
Content. Yeah, is Stack
Or
Overflow.
we can just do it the React way.
Is the Bible? Yeah. Let's just. I have it already, like that.
Let's do it the React.
So now, yeah, I need to also print here. Title
and the handle submit
and content. Yeah, so let me just check that I'm getting data. Yes, good. Okay, so we have that, and now we need to send that to our backend. Good. So now I can uncomment this, and in variables, title, content.
So that's not what you're going to want to do there.
Okay.
You don't want to post from the. Oh, I know what the problem is too, and I'm feeling rather silly about this now. So
I need to post. I need to post to the API route.
To the API route, and in our API route, we have to actually use the token.
Oh, that
you know.
Also, yeah, that also could help. That could help.
It's 11:11 p.m. here.
And we
are, for those that are curious.
Yeah, we are two that's really tired. Create note. So apologize. Yeah, I don't need that. Wait.
With Axios, I believe you'll have to give it an absolute URL. So you may have to do the localhost.
Oh, okay.
Bit in front of it.
Really? That's.
I think so, but you can try.
Okay, so localhost 3000, and then that's it.
It doesn't complain about the transport missing, but.
Okay, so.
You do // will inherit the. Will inherit the transport of your browser.
I don't. Sorry. Say that here.
If you put // in front of localhost, it'll inherit whether you have HTTP.
Yeah, the port. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, now I get it. So no, I'm not done yet. So here I'm setting the post. Yeah, I'm getting data. This is not gonna work because I'm getting data here. So I can just do console.log data and then data, and let's see what happens. So here I need to pass a token.
So here we need to add a header as an option.
So is that
Axios post. Let me just Google it real quick.
So yeah, config. I think if I do that, here's the config. So headers, yes. So what's the name of the header?
Authorization, and it's base. You'll need to do a string interpolation, so basic plus header.
Okay, so here will be that basic capital B.
So backticks, yeah, basic couple of B's, space.
Then vars token. Okay, let's try it again. New test. Some content. Boom. Okay, so we're getting an error. On create error. What's the error?
So this is a. Can we scroll up a little bit?
More. Okay, here. Mutation create note.
So that's the payload. We go up a little higher.
Okay, I don't know where does this start? Here, maybe.
We can also console log the error. There was an error above there. If we go up a little bit higher. In the terminal. Status code 400. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, this 500 is because I'm returning 500 here.
Yeah, when we throw an area, but we need to see.
Here it is.
So we need to see what the actual the formatting is, probably off of our Axios post, from what I think. Are you sending in request body, or what are you sending in at the moment on the variables?
Request body, yes.
Okay, so authorization header variables. Is that actually the config for passing in headers in Axios?
Yeah, I got the IntelliSense from.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I go here, there's 3 parameters, so URL, then data, then the config. And inside the config, I can pass the header. Actually, we can see here it is. Now I showed the token, but here it is. Accept, and then content type, and then authorization on the headers. Yeah, this is chat. This is the beauty of live coding.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
It's just something about that looks different than how I normally do. Maybe it needs to be on a data. Maybe the query and the headers needs to live on a data object.
Here.
I'm just Googling it here, trying to get the Axios ref for the docs here.
Okay. So Axios post.
So yeah, Axios post. Then there should be a data key.
So you're there. So actually, I need data to pass. Yeah, but this is the thing is that with Axios, there are multiple ways to make functions to actually pass parameters. So
you can do as a constructor as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we go to .post, you see that there's first parameter, then the second one is just the values, and then so this is another one, just passing the function. Let's try this one. I want to see the request pause URL data config. Yes, this is the way that we are using. But
in this case, though, in the case that we're using it, we need to pass in the variables as the second parameter.
Okay, so but we are passing the second parameter. just with the query. I don't know, maybe this should be like data and then query variables, because this is the second parameter here, this one, this object.
But if we need how do we pass in headers though in that
here
configuration?
with the third parameter? Let me just.
But is that how they want it? Do they take a third one with that technique?
Yeah. So,
but Telsen said yes, so.
Yeah, it does. Yes. So here it is, option. You know what? Let's just do it this way. So I'm just gonna copy that and then do it here. So no, that's not what I wanted. I want this. So headers, I'm just gonna copy that and take this out. So headers is gonna be this, no, that. Okay, then data is gonna be this. Oh, I need to stringify it. Maybe that's the problem.
Not with the way we were doing it, but we can do it here though, I believe. I think Axios stringify is for you. I don't think we need to do stringify.
Okay, so let's just put the object there. Okay, and then the URL. Take this out, and then also I need that to close it. I need to take this out, also variable. No, variables, no, I need it. And then here, URL equals that. And then after this, I can do close and then that. And now everything is formatted. Not here, but everything else. Okay.
Yeah, that's common.
Okay, so headers, this is an object. We're getting here. Method headers data with the query and the variables. We're passing the request.body. Yes, and then the URL. Okay, so let's try it again. And I close VS Code. Very good. Teach, then teach GraphCMS, and then GraphCMS. Good. So now it's there. I can now turn this on again. Yeah, I need to turn the project yarn dev. Now it's running. Good. No errors. So hello, hola, and submit. And then we got an error. And let's see. Invalid type URL. Must be of type string. Really?
You need. Did you pass it in as a string or did you pass it in as a? Let's see what we got there.
It's a string. If that's not a string, then I will go to bed. Like URL, bam, and then comma, because yes, because I need a comma. And then also when we're passing the token, yes, that it's here. Data query variables. Type error. I don't get it.
Well, why?
Yeah, why? Okay, so create no.
So clearly we need to brush up on Axios.
Yeah, we need a course again.
I have a project that I used Axios in. Let me just see if I can pull it up.
This is not an object. This is a string. Yes. Query data. Da 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 da. Then console log data. Line 14. It's turning back to that. So again, error. Actually,
It's different.
I got again the error. Okay, so here it is. Title on content and then type error. The URL argument should be, okay, maybe. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Look.
Oh,
look. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's pretend nothing happened. Okay. Nothing happened. Okay, let's just erase that part.
Yeah.
Let's erase that part.
Just
and let's go again. We are an experts in Axios.
Need a flashy pen for the
there you go. We're
people that are still with us.
We are experts here, so no errors. No errors. And then let's do it again. And we have another error. That's good. Hopefully it's another error. Failed status create error. This is the query. Title content. Is there another error below this? Is Axios error true? Let's do it again.
Okay. So let's read the. We're consoling logging something too much here. Let's below our try catch. Are we console logging the data still? Yeah, let's undo that data console. No, the error is fine. Let's undo that one for now, or just comment that out because that's giving us the full payload.
Yeah.
So let's see what the Axios. Maybe it's a cleaned up error for us, anyways, so we can.
Is still. Am I logging somewhere else? Index. Console log data here again. Good. So now let's try it. S the F. Yes. I'm still getting the data. Why? Okay, I don't know. Okay, so here's the error. Request failed. Add settled. Here's the config, the headers. I don't want to read that. I want to read the error. Is Axios error true? Is an array.
What's the? Okay, so read off of the error. So console log data.errors.
On the front end. Well, either.
No, here in the API. This is maybe coming from GraphCMS now, but we can check.
Let's just do something like this. No, not that one.
Data.errors should give us the.
Okay. Is this running? Let me just, I don't know if it's running or not. I was not getting the reload now. Okay. So if I do that and I look for the equals, can I search here?
We could probably turn off the catch console log and because that's giving us some kind of payload there.
I don't have that console log. Okay, good. So let's do it again. We are live, everybody. And remember, there's a giveaway at the end. 6 months of GraphCMS. Okay, we're not getting any errors here.
Well, that's the error from the try catch.
Yes, that's the error here.
Sending an error.
But
So
we're
the
not
error,
getting this.
The error is not coming from the API. Where does the Axios error live on the response? Is it error.message or?
Maybe Axios error object. Axios, okay.
Try maybe error.response maybe. And I would turn off the data.errors then from above. Or we can leave it because it should be empty. So
yes. Okay, so
I'm about to have you throw this in a repo.
yeah. Let's do it. We're still getting the body. So bad request.
But what's the
data header? Here's the token request.
Can I see the token again?
It has a basic.
Make sure we don't have a spelling error. Authorization. Did he make sure we?
Authorization.
I think maybe we have a. I think we maybe have a very simple error.
Yes. Yeah. I'm completely sure that this is something silly, because we've been.
Yeah, I think.
We've been like trying to figure it out for more than 10 minutes.
I think I have it here, and I think it's really going to be one that we're both going to hate.
Yeah, I know.
Try authentication.
Okay.
Instead of authorization.
Authentication. Did I spell it right?
Yeah, but I think it's authentication, not authorization, right?
Okay, let's try it. Man, I'm gonna be happy if this is there. I don't mind. Yes, so this is it. This is it.
I sell API products for a living.
There you go. So if you want to fix your GraphQL API, just change authorization for authentication. That's it. There you have it. So
do you know what's worse? I've done this before.
It's late, man. It's late. That's fine. I think we're good. So now.
So let's check GraphCMS and see if we actually wrote.
Let's see it
successfully.
No, we don't.
Well, we're querying published content, not draft. So go to your actual content on the left sidebar. Go to
content edit.
To the left, yeah. One more down. That's the schema.
Sorry.
The next icon below.
Sorry. Webhooks, settings, assets, playground content.
Okay, yeah. So refresh it. Why don't we have it?
Refresh. No. We have only 2. There's no filters.
Okay.
I think we're not done. We're not done. The demo gods are not
No,
helping us.
it is authorization, not authentication.
Okay.
It is authorization.
Okay. But there's something wrong.
Come on, what's going on?
Some
How fast can you throw this into a quick GitHub repo and invite me to it?
data. Let's just do data again. And let's see what happens. Here I need to go here, re-render. We have it that to do. And I do that. I'm getting an error again. And if I go to here,
Oh my goodness. Yeah. No. Oh
another
my goodness. Yeah.
another.
It is authorization. It
Okay.
is not basic. It is
Bearer.
bearer, not.
Okay. Okay.
This is becoming a comedy.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. I'm not gonna feel happy because I haven't tested. So okay, so this will be Axios is amazing. We are that and we are tired. Okay, no errors. Here's data, and I think we have it. Because if I come here and I refresh, we have it. Yes, we have it. So yeah, this was Axios 101, everybody.
No, this was HTTP protocols 101.
Yes. Well, that's all right. And
how to set a header when you a properly formatted header.
And we wanted to do rich text editing.
We would have. I kid you not. We would have had more success with rich text part of it because the issue was the right. This goes to say, I don't know if we have 2 people left watching still or whatnot. We teach this stuff professionally, and that just goes to say that errors can evade anybody.
Yes.
So just because you feel like maybe you don't you make a fool of yourself in front of people, you can teach because we've all learned something.
Yeah, and we've been teaching for a long time. It's not that we're starting teaching or anything at all.
Nope.
So
no.
So yeah, I don't know. So let's see, like what else? Like now, like going back to GraphCMS. Now we actually like jokes apart, in 1 hour and 30 minutes or less. And if we don't count the Axios errors, are going to be like 35 minutes. We set up an API with authentication and a model for nodes in our app, and it's live. And we can query data, and we can mutate. We can do mutations. So, like, jokes apart, this is pretty huge. This is amazing. So yeah, we haven't done a really good job showing the whole like shininess of the whole thing that we've just built. But like if we see it from outside, it's just huge. It's amazing that we have now records. We can have this and put it in production, and we have an app with a backend and just that. So yeah. So what else? Now we have this set up. So what else can we actually? We have the stages there. What else can we add? What else can we do on top of this? Maybe I want to add another model, or maybe mix models or anything. Like, what are the options that we have here?
Yeah, so maybe it makes sense if I'm wondering if. Well, I'll walk you through. Yeah, so if we were, let's say we were to want to add a tag concept to the schema, and we go to, if you go to the schema editor, and you were to add a model, and you put another field on there, you need to make a new model, yeah. That we could just call a tag. We can connect that.
Okay, we need to create a model, and then let's just put a single that, and then it's gonna be name.
Yeah.
And
we'll use the title field on that,
yes,
make it required and unique and all that stuff.
And let's put a unique too, because we want unique tags. That's it.
And then we'll just quickly go ahead and associate this with our note by going to the reference. So if you scroll down on the list of fields.
Reference, here it is. So should we add a node, or what's the name that we?
In this case, we'll just call it tags.
Tags, okay.
And if we go ahead and say allow multiple values, not the multiple models. The multiple models would be the defining, union type, but we're going to say multiple values. So we're not going to turn that one. And from the drop down above it, we're going to choose our tags.
But we are in the tag model. Is that okay?
Okay, then we'll grab note.
Note. Okay. So yeah.
And we'll call it notes then instead of tags.
Yeah, notes. Good. And then.
And configure the reverse field.
It's going to be tag or tags.
Tags, yeah. And that would also allow it to be multiple values. In this case, we've defined a many-to-many relationship, which means the tag could be a part of multiple notes and vice versa. And if we hit create,
so we have another field here, and then if we go to note, we have also that reverse field here.
Yeah, and if we were to just quickly add a tag to one of these items, so you go to the content,
create and add a new tag. So let's do Axios, and should we save and publish, or doesn't matter?
I would save and publish in this case.
Save and publish. Okay. So, and then we go back. So no, we need to also.
And if we were to go to our
here,
if we were to go to the playground. One of the nice things about graph relationships is there is no concept of a hierarchy. So you can query however. So in this case, if we said all posts, or not all, but just a query for posts or notes, sorry.
Here.
Yeah, and then we after the notes, we're going to put a parentheses for an input argument. And do where.
And what can I do here?
And then we're going to explore it down. We're going to say where tags.
Tag.
And we'll say tags sum.
Tag sum. And that, what type is that? It's a string.
And then we're gonna it's actually a type. So we're going to drill down on that.
Oh, damn it again. Okay. So it's a search then?
We could do search in this case, yeah, sure.
Um,
And we could just do a string search for Axios, which will look across all fields on the tag model. We could also do it as looking for the name specifically,
okay,
but then this will give us a
so
breakdown.
so I can ID, create ad, so I can actually like filter for any value, if it's in, if it's not in, if it contains. Oh, that's huge. That's good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So now if we do that, we have our thing. And if I want to show the tag is tag, and then I'm gonna put name. No, name. Yeah, yeah. And then I got the tags here. That's great. That's awesome. And yeah, I think yeah, we're 1 hour and 40 minutes in. So we almost double the time that we set. So
Yeah.
I think
So
we like let's see how, like, if people like it or not. If people like it, I think we can do a second part, and we can prepare a little bit
that's
more.
probably a good call.
We can prepare a little
Yeah.
bit more and make it not that like late. So so we are gonna function better in the second one. So yeah, let me just change here. Here and see like where people can find you, Jesse.
Did you splash screen? So Twitter's the easiest way. Motley Dev.
Motley Dev. Here it is.
I've been trying to find a better username for the last 5-6 years. Can't come up with one.
So Jesse is a amazing human person. Just hit him up with any questions about GraphQL or GraphCMS that you have, and yeah. Do you want to add something else?
No, I mean, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun. It was always humbling to struggle our way through making a web request.
Yeah.
But yeah, GraphCMS, I mean, I hope that was clear to people that the easiest part of all of that was setting up a schema. And if you've ever tried to work with GraphQL, like writing your own resolvers and making your own schema and type definitions and stuff, many-to-many relationships, all of that, it's not straightforward always, or at least it's a lot of writing, a lot of boilerplate. And GraphCMS does give you a super fast way to get up and running. We have free dev accounts, and I would definitely recommend developers wanting to play around with GraphQL, building up their portfolio and skill sets. For sure, check it out because it's a great way to get going.
So here it is. The random name generator, no. Random select. What's the code? What's the name of that page? That random? No, I don't want a random name generator. I want a random select name select or giveaway picker. There you
I'll
go.
bet we could definitely do that faster in a React app than we did with using Axios.
Yeah, I think that could be possible. Why is all those spaces? I don't know
That's
why.
less helpful.
Okay, so and then name picker options, entries, filter duplicates. I want to close that. And how do I select? So and then start. So crazy cynical is the winner.
Crazy cynical.
Crazy cynical is the winner for of the 6 months of GraphCMS, of the essential account. So there's a high I don't know if you are not a bot, please write something in the chat, because that's a possibility that's a bot. If that's a bot, then I'm just gonna do it on Twitter, the giveaway, and that's it. So yeah, that's that. And I'm gonna close it here. So
Yeah. Bye.